Hi, in order to take an agent to production, you need feedback from domain experts. Here's how neatlogs can help with it. Go to evals, click on add eval, go to human eval. Let's start a new eval from the scratch. We have two options. Either we can pick from existing traces or we can select a few conditions that will filter out traces that are going to come to our system in the future and then send them to a particular evaluator. Let's go with future traces for now. First, you have to set up the filters as per which your traces need to, or your spans need to get filtered. So you can either select a particular workflow, its input and its output to a human evaluator, or you could send exact spans. You have a bunch of different filters. You can tell the system to either send a particular agent or a chain or maybe a tool for evaluation. So the user has absolute control over what needs to get evaluated. Let's pick a particular span for this demo. So span name should be, it is an agent draft reply. Awesome. Now I can see the matching traces from past spans, so sending the exact thing that you want to get evaluated. After that, you need to set the sampling rate. So I want to send, let's say, 23% of the traces, but cap the daily volume to 15 spans per day. Then I have to set whether this is a one-time eval or it is going to be a recurring eval. Let's make it recurring. It starts today and it ends on, let's say, Friday. And we want to send this evaluation request daily. Awesome. Let's move to the next. All right. In this part, we'll set up a form for getting feedback from our domain experts or evaluators. You can either manually add questions just like you would do on a Google form, or you could tell neatlogs agent about your requirement. So I'll tell it set me, and because our agent has access to the spans that are being sent for evaluation, it can actually come up with pretty solid questions. So over here, it has given me a binary question. Then it also asks for some subjective feedback. All of them look great. So let's add them to the form. All right, the form has been updated. Now I have to set, let's add me as an evaluator. And how much time do we want to give for this evaluation? Let's say I want to give a deadline of 2 weeks and I want reminders on Slack every day, or let's say halfway through the whole duration or the deadline. On the next screen, I have to review if everything has been set up properly or not, create eval, and it is done. Now it is added to the upcoming eval flow. Let's say once the eval flow has run, this is what a person would see. So this is the view that a domain expert will see. On the left, they'll get the exact span or the workflow that someone wants feedback on. On the right side, they get all these questions. You have to fill out this entire form for different spans. Once you fill it up, the person who has created the eval can see the exact progress on it. And once the entire eval is done, we generate a 1 or 2 page report for the person who set up the eval. And that report gets sent to the neatlogs agent, which then runs a triage investigation on it and is ultimately able to come up with ways to fix things that went wrong were mentioned in the eval.